Welcome everybody to another episode of Pillow Talk. We're in the VIP lounge today and we're about to get serious.
Oh, I wasn't prepared for serious today.
Oh, what were you prepared for?
I don't know. Hee hee ha
This episode we're highlighting something a little different today because some people who know us, some people who don't even know us, might not ever see us ever in a tough spot or anything like that. But I wanted to ask you a little bit about how life has been for you. And I wanted to turn it back around to everybody. How are you doing?
I think there's like some kind of retrograde Gatorade going on right now. It's just life has just been crazy. It's funny because I was thinking about asking you about how life has been for you.
I mean, you know how life has been.
I mean, you know how life has been for me too.
Yeah.
But you don't know how life has been for me.
Yeah. You, the viewer.
In short, life has been crazy. Our days are pretty much from the second we're up until like maybe it feels like a 12-hour, 14-hour day sometimes.
Because it is. Because it is. Yeah, we run through very many hours and very many activities in the day. And sometimes it's easy to get lost in life.
Yeah. Sometimes I think back to a time where we were at school and we would easily pull like 12, 14-hour days just from like when you wake up to going to class and then studying and then doing clubs. Then I think about like what we do now, and really our only obligation is like work.
Yeah.
But somehow we managed to make it a 14-hour day.
Somehow. It's because we appreciate you, the listener.
Yes. Yes.
All jokes aside, I think that a lot of times when you get into adulthood, there are a lot of additional responsibilities that don't feel like work and didn't used to have to be an issue when you were younger. Because when you're going through school and you're going through all of these, what you would consider as chores or stuff that you had to do at the time, you were living a very carefree life as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your responsibilities felt like responsibilities, but they weren't actually responsibilities.
For real.
But when you're an adult, you got stuff that you wanted to do and your life depends on it. That's a different story.
Yeah, I was thinking today, you and me, it's just us and then obviously the animals. And we have days where like we get up, we go to work, we go to the gym, we take care of the dogs. And by that time, it's already like 8 o'clock. And I was just thinking to myself today, how do like my managers or my coworkers manage their lives when they have like kids?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Because then the kids become your
number one priority. Yeah.
Yep. So in that sense, I wanted to ask you, what are your top tips for when life gets crazy? How do you get through it?
I actually practiced these tips today because today was crazy and it felt overwhelming. What I do, number one, is I don't want to be that person that complains to somebody else, like to vent. I don't want to vent to somebody else because that's not their problem. It's my problem. So I journal. I just vent in my journal.
Interesting.
Yeah, it could be, and there's like a certain freedom that comes with it too, because I can say whatever I want, and at the end of the day, nobody's gonna see it. It's just gonna be me, and if I want to destroy it, I can destroy it, and like there's no evidence.
A little burn book.
A little burn book, yeah. But I think it's just very liberating because I can see how I feel, and I can rationalize when I read it back. Am I actually being irrational? Like what is there to learn from how I'm feeling, and how can I tackle that in the future?
I feel like I wrote so many journal entries when I was younger. My family made me do that.
Yeah, I know.
I don't have the sense to journal because it just feels like busy work.
I journaled a lot as a kid because I was very lonely.
But you did it for fun.
Well, it was for fun, but it was also because I was lonely.
Oh.
And when I read it back, it was interesting because I remember a time where I would read back my journals from when I was in like middle school, and I was thinking to myself like, this is what I thought. That's kind of crazy that
Yeah.
I felt a certain way, but now I don't really feel that way. So I think it's a very good learning opportunity for most people, especially if you feel that you're the type of person that's very socially unaware or not self-aware.
Interesting.
You'll never catch me slipping.
Okay.
So that's one. Two is to have instrumental music that is very relaxing. So what I mean by that is that for me, it just happens to be Stardew Valley game music. Anything that makes you feel positive and doesn't have words.
Oh. Okay.
The words for that's a personal opinion for me. I don't if I feel like I really need to get work done, I don't listen to words because it just distracts from my train of thought.
When I get locked in, or when life gets crazy, I feel like I lock in and I don't listen to anything.
I know you're like the Patrick Bateman, the American, what's it called?
American Psycho?
American
No,
Psycho.
I don't want to be compared to him. He's like every Sigma.
I've never seen the movie, but I've seen the clips.
Oh, that's gross.
Literally straightens his bed every day.
I don't do that.
I know.
But I'm not that psycho. Don't ever compare me to Patrick Bateman.
Okay.
He's the icon for every Sigma male that.
You mean the smegma man?
Yeah, the Sigma male. Anyway, what other tips you got?
My third one is to make sure you plan a fun activity at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because
I concur.
it's like the feeling of knowing you're going on vacation and you're working hard up to vacation, because it just makes vacation just that much better. So for me, if I am particularly having a really hard day, I'll plan something for the day after or the same night that I think is fun.
Yeah.
So today I'm planning on playing Stardew Valley.
Wow. Okay.
And I'm excited for it.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
I've wanted to do something similar to that, gaming or something, but lately been a no-go.
Oh,
a bit too busy.
Oh.
No, I just can't justify it. And I also know that lately I've been having a lot of trouble sleeping.
I know. I feel like I have to drug you.
So for me, I think the incentive of playing video games in front of blue screen is even worse because, yeah, I'm never going to reset my sleep cycle.
So for me, I feel that it doesn't really matter if I'm in front of a screen. If I get tired, I'm just going to knock out.
I agree with that. At one point, I remember feeling that way, but I also know that the games that I play are not going to be chill.
I know.
They're always competitive.
That's the difference, actually. That is probably what it is.
That's my outlook on life.
You play
my video
like the
games
really
and
adrenaline pumping
yeah,
games.
because that's why I play them. It's fun.
Oh my gosh.
You think I want to sit there playing a walking simulator for an hour?
It's kind of fun.
No, I want to kill some stuff.
Oh, okay.
You know?
I mean, you can kill stuff in Stardew Valley.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can kill like bats, ghosts.
That's silly. It's not even challenging.
It's challenging when you're swarmed.
But there's no reward to winning the swarm besides surviving.
I mean, you win like loot.
So do you in every other game. Anyway, but my biggest tip that I have for when life gets crazy is to really, and I don't know if this is a fight or flight response. I don't know if it's trauma response, but I really think hunkering down, really getting locked in, geared in, and focusing on doing whatever it is you're doing just to knock it out. Once I get into that mode, I feel like so much better because I feel that I'm knocking down every obstacle that I need to do in order to get past it. And for some reason, it's a weird sensation after you get over that hump that you feel almost accomplished.
That's really weird.
Or it's like a productive feel.
That's always weird that like you've done that. I noticed that you do that and your family does it.
Yeah.
Each member of your family does it. And I don't know what kind of ungodly focusing or I don't know. What is that you call? Tunnel vision that you get, because if I'm focused on one thing for so long, I'm going to just miss a lot of things. You know what I mean? Like it gets so overwhelming in my brain that I just can't do it.
I feel the opposite. I feel like I am on
on X Games.
Yeah, no, I feel like I'm Captain America on Super Soldier Serum.
Sometimes I feel like that.
That I go absolutely nuts.
Sometimes I feel like that, and it just depends on what it is. But most of the time, I will feel very overwhelmed, and I can't continue because I'm going to keep making mistakes. But I find that for me, I work better when I realize I'm at that point and I take a break and kind of psych myself up. Walk in the mirror and I'm just like this. You can do it. You can do it.
I never do that. I never do that.
Oh, I always psych myself up.
Maybe somebody can attest to that. I mean, I'm sure that there are things that work better for some people and things that work better for other people. For me, like today, I knew that we were a bit behind on dishes. So something that I'll do, and it's weird because I could go every other day leading up to it where life isn't as crazy and just say, oh, dishes can be done in the morning. And usually they do. But something in my mind just triggers a response that says, we do it now.
I know.
We do it now.
We do it now.
Yeah.
I guess an example I would give is yesterday after work, I felt really defeated because I couldn't figure out this one issue. So that night, and I know I shouldn't be doing this either, but if I feel really defeated and that I am not adequate to do something, I'll just think about it. Like
that's terrible.
It's just sitting in my brain.
I think about other stuff, but I never think about work. As soon as I'm out, I'm out.
I feel, and this is something I wanted to talk about too, but I feel that I just recently got promoted. It didn't come with a bonus. It just came with a title. So as someone who's younger in a project where it's mostly people that are 10 years older than me, I feel that I feel like I need to be up to their skill set. And especially since I'm the only woman on the team too. And I don't want to even be like, oh, you're going to bring that feminist bullshit around again. It's the 21st century, man. In tech, it's so real, okay? It's very real, and I experienced it in my last internship. But here, it's way better. But I'm giving my coworkers every reason not to count me out of doing something.
I think that's fine. If you're putting your best foot forward, that's okay. But I think if it comes at the expense of your life...
Oh, no,
that's not worth it.
So where I was going with that is that yesterday I was feeling defeated. So that night, I pretty much was thinking to myself, it's a new day. Just wake up early, start the day off right. That way, you're not thinking about, oh, I have to feed the dogs. Oh, I have to make breakfast. Oh, I have to shower. I'm just up and ready to work. Yeah,
but okay, here's the problem with that. You woke up early and you said that your day was going well until the end of the day when it wasn't.
And that's
the problem with that is that you plan ahead to do that type of stuff and then you end up having a nice day, but then it's not you that's ruining the day. It's the work that you're doing.
So another life lesson for all of you. So it's really good to psych yourself up and just prepare yourself for a new day. I thought that was really great. And it really did help me because I was pretty much finished with my work at noon, but it comes with another layer of resilience where, now my work is in the hand of other people. And if other people can't get back to you quickly, you have to, it's on you again. It's like passing the ball back and forth.
But that's, in my opinion, because I've been in that situation, happens all the time. You just have to set boundaries. If you got up early to do that work and that work is not critical, if the clock hits that time and somebody has not gotten back to you, I'm not waiting for a call.
No,
I'm not waiting for that message.
Yeah.
I'm out.
No, I totally understand.
Yeah. And that's what you got to figure out is a boundary.
Okay. I'm going to say that I would set that boundary, but this particular issue I've been working on for like tomorrow will be 2 weeks. And that's a long time to be working on like one thing. So what are your other 2 tips? You shared one.
Another tip that I have is when life gets crazy, I like to stick to what I know best and continue on at least some type of routine, because it's really easy to get out of control when you have all these other responsibilities that get piled on and you get lost in the shuffle of what do I have to do? It's really easy. And I think that I attribute that to a lot of school too, because one big thing that school, especially college, taught me was that classes can get out of hand very quickly. And if you can't find a rhythm or a schedule that fits your needs and you can't stick to it, you're never going to catch up. It's so easy to fall behind. And in a lot of ways, life is the same. I set a few things that are constants in life, and then we move some stuff around to make whatever needs to happen. So in a lot of times, in a lot of cases, recently the gym has been our constants. We have our meals every day. We enjoy our time together. And then whatever time is left, we just do what we can. That's my tip number 2.
Tip number 3.
My tip number 3. I really like the one that you said where you find something fun or you make something fun. Because I do look forward to when stuff ends, which is weird because I feel that there is a cycle that life reels you in and makes just some hellish times.
It really does.
But I know it's not always. So that's I guess that's my third and final tip. If you're ever going through something, you just got to know that it's not forever. It's not something that happens always, and there's always a bright side at the end of the tunnel, because life is just like that.
Yeah.
It sucks, but once you get through it and once you know how to get through it, that's all that you need.
Sometimes I think with adulting, or like that phase in your life from college to your professional career, a lot of people I see on social media feel this sort of limbo of, oh, am I adulting yet? Am I doing things right? What is adulting? I don't think we're completely there yet, but I feel like that is definitely, like, this is something everybody feels.
I also don't care to ask the question of whether or not we're adulting or answer it. I kind of just take life as is. IMO.
Yeah, I agree. I don't particularly ask myself that question. Yeah. It's something that comes to mind when you're a kid and you look up at your parents and think, wow, they really have that shit down on lock. But now that we're adults, we're all doing things the same way.
Yep, we're all on the same bus.
Yeah.
Who's driving it? I don't know.
Where are we going? I also don't know.
Yep. I think it's silly to ask that question expecting an answer to be there, because everybody has a different outlook of what adulting looks like. And I also do think that there are people who are aged in somewhat of what somebody would consider an adult, but don't act like it.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I also know a bunch of younger people who could be adults but are not of age, right? Yeah. That's just how life is. But to definitively say that going through a tough time makes you an adult, I think that having tough experiences in general makes you wiser and makes you more experienced in life. I think that's ultimately what it is. The older you get, the more experiences that you have, and those experiences, I think, are what make you more adult worthy.
Yeah. I like that you mentioned the difficult experiences, because I was thinking back, whenever I face times of hardship, I always think about the last time I faced something. Yeah. When was the last time I felt like it was really hard and I didn't think I could get through it? Yeah. And it's so silly, because most likely when I'm in a situation like this, I look back and think that situation was not even hard at all. Yep. So if I could overcome that, this current hardship is going to be, it won't be as hard as you think it is. Yeah. And I think that's what a lot of people miss out on. Everybody takes every struggle that they have as its own individual difficult thing, when there are definitely times that you can have learning experiences from previous times that you struggled and move forward to help you with future times of trouble. Right? Yeah. Anyway, we're going to play some games to lighten up the mood. So we're going to play the couples game that's actually fun. Okay. Me or you? Which one of us is the most outspoken? Did you already answer? Did you see my answer? Yeah, I was thinking you anyways. Okay, anyway. I was going to say you anyways. What does that even mean? Outspoken. Frank in stating one's opinions, especially if they're critical or controversial. Oh, yeah, that's you for sure. Oh, yeah, that's me. I'm just real with you and everyone that I know. Yeah, I'm real with you too. But so you are outspoken. But I'm real with you.
Oh, okay.
But am I real with random people? No, because I don't care to correct them.
Maybe that's what is keeping the weirdos around.
Oh, I'm just not an outright bitch to them.
Yeah.
I just have to be a bitch to everybody, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
This next one is best. Where's the strangest place we've stopped on a road trip? I know.
The strangest?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Cornfields. Rogue gas station. Yeah. Same.
Okay, so I said Rogue gas station because we were on our first road trip and we were running low on gas. It was in the middle of the night. It was probably
In the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere. It was one of those towns where the only road is a highway and it goes right through the town, and it was scary.
It was a ghost town.
Pretty much, yeah. No lights or anything.
Yeah. And I said cornfields because it's the same thing. Mm-hmm. We're trying to, it's the same road trip, but cornfields in the middle of the night, actually very scary.
We passed the cornfields on the way to the gas station, or on the way to that town.
Well, it was everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
But that's why I think Stephen King wrote Children of the Stalk. What was it? Is that the
Stalking children? I don't know.
Oh, okay. Anyway, that's all that we have for you all tonight. Enjoy the rest of your Friday if you're listening on a Friday. Thanks for hanging out with us at the VIP Lounge. My name is Marcus.
And I'm Nina.
And check us out on Instagram and share this with your friends. We'll catch you all soon. Peace.